keep going, goddamn it. What it do? Wow.
Charlo has just vanquished Erickson Lubin.
Truth, Errol Spence Jr.
There's a big left hand. Gervonta Davis.
Shout out to the almighty LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. If you didn't know, now you know. What up, what up, what up? We are back again with another one. Salute to everybody. Welcome to KQKC Boxing, the morning after show with Knockout Boxing 86 TV.
Man, I was bobbing my head, man. The intro was jamming, man. I'm over here just I'm over here partying and shit, grooving and shit, man. What's up, man? How you doing, OG?
Man, I'm doing okay. I made it through the night. But I got a couple fights that I watched, and I'm sitting up there talking to myself, calling the fight, right?
Hey, watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. I bet you I can guess. I bet y'all I can guess what fight he watched. How much y'all want to bet? I bet you I can get. I bet you he watched little old Chocolatito versus Juan Estrada.
That's right.
Is that what you watch?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did. I watched that one, man. Yes, sir. I watched the number one. I was gonna watch the number two on the rematch, but I didn't get a chance to. But yeah,
well, you get to watch. You get to watch the third one in December.
Yep, December the 3rd. All right. Yeah, so we got 8 people here already. All right, make sure you hit the like button as you come on in. I know notifications are slow. All right, been like that for a month. All right, sooner or later you all will get them. So all right, and I appreciate that. All right, and once again, we didn't have any boxing this weekend, and due to their queen passed away at the age of 96, and they have a tradition over there, a tradition ever since her father King George died. They had a tradition where everyone would go in mourning for 10 days. And I'm talking about all sporting events. And now this fight with Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, now it was some kind of back and forth with this one. First, they were going to have a weigh-in, but a private weigh-in. But I said, why have a private weigh-in knockout if you're not going to have the fight? You know, what's the? I mean, why are you doing this? So what they
called themselves trying to be respectful and shit.
Right.
Either you gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what you gonna do? Hide them fighting so nobody can see it? No, they ain't gonna make.
Just have a fight with no audience and shit. Like I don't know, man.
Right. You know,
I don't know. I don't want to be insensitive, OG. You know, I don't want to be insensitive, but the woman was 96 years old, man. Like. It ain't like, you know, I don't know. They got their own, and again, we in America, so you know we do stuff a little different. But to stop everything, you know, because a 96-year-old woman passed away, like I don't know, man. She had a nice long life. She went out, you know, peacefully from all accounts or whatever. So, you know, I'm sure the ladies and Clarissa Shields is highly upset. Baumgartner and Mayer, they're upset. Everyone's upset, man, because I'm sure they wanted to fight. Like they got to the this happened on Thursday. This happened on Thursday, right?
Yeah, the weigh-in was that Friday. Yeah.
2 days before the fight, and man, that's disheartening. That's why OG was watching old fights and shit. He couldn't find nothing to watch. He didn't go to the movies. He didn't go do nothing. He didn't go play putt. He didn't do shit.
You know,
Saturday nights, you want to watch boxing, man.
Yeah, Saturday nights is, you know, we've been really getting a lot of fights this year. And yesterday on my live stream, I was going over fights. Like let me just take a time out and just go through this real fast. Yeah. Okay, we got September 17th. Okay, we got Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. We got and that's on the zone. And on ESPN, we got September 23rd, Shakur Stevenson and Robertson Cusiko. Now, September 24th, of course, that is a Floyd Mayweather exhibition. All right. Then September 24th, we also have Lee Wood and Mauricio Lara. That's on the zone.
Fire.
Yes, sir. Then on September 24th, also on ESPN and BT Sports, we got Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker. Then on October the 8th,
and Amanda Serrano is the co-main event on that Joe Parker and Joseph and Joe Joyce card. Amanda Serrano fighting too.
Okay, yes. Okay, I forgot to mention that, but you know, then you got Conor Benn on the 8th and Chris Eubanks, the zone. Also on the 8th, you got Sebastian Spandura and Carlos Ocampo.
Mm-hmm.
Then October the 15th. Now, this is the kicker, everybody. This is the kicker. And this is the one that really going to get you kind of twisted up. You got Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius on the 15th. Mm-hmm. That's on Fox Sports pay-per-view. Then you got Devin Haney on October the 15th versus George Kambosos for undisputed rematch on ESPN. And also on ESPN Plus, you got Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. Now, we got a couple fights in between there, but I'm just naming the headliners. But still in all, this is what we getting. And I only went to the 15th of October. We still got a lot of more fights after that. So we having a good year of boxing. It's just that one weekend, you know, you get used to calling fights. You get too used to watching fights. And next thing you know, you ain't got nothing. You know, so you know what you do with yourself.
You get depressed because you don't have fights for 1 week.
Right. And sometimes I usually drop by my daughter's house. Well, she married now, so they don't even bother with me no more.
Yeah. Her husband like, yo, daddy always stopping by here.
Yeah. You know, so
daddy always stopping by here. Tell him to call first.
Man, I'm about to get me a dog or something, man. I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, get you a dog, man. Get you one of them get you a little lap dog, man. Give you something to do so you can walk him and shit. Walk him, feed him, train him and shit.
Ass down, my big ass with a lap dog. I said, look at that big daddy. Why he got such a little dog?
Hey man, my dog was the same way. I was embarrassed at first, but then you know, I just took some solace in the fact that like, hey, it's a little ass dog I'm walking. Y'all can laugh at me all you want to, but I got a wife, so you know what I'm saying, it eases the pain a little bit to where it's like, nah, but it ain't really my dog. Hey, if a brother asked me like when I'm walking him at the park, so I'm be like, yeah, this is my wife dog. It's my wife dog, you know what I'm saying? I'm just walking him for her. Okay.
All right. We'll get to some boxing now, y'all. We'll go right ahead to some boxing, man. All right. Go ahead, knock out.
Man, let's talk about Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko said he need that fight. He want that fight. He say, let me see what he said. First, he talked about the war a little bit. He said, I pray every day for Ukraine to stop the war. It's very bad. And this was an interview he did directly with his promoter, Top Rank. Then he said, I prepare for this moment. I need this chance. I need this fight. Because they asked him about Haney. He said, I prepare for this moment. I need this chance. I need this fight. Undisputed world champion. So the angle I want to go, OG, is that you got Bob Arum saying he want to make Vasily Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. You got Vasily Lomachenko saying, man, I need this fight. This is the fight that I want. And then you got Devin Haney. You know, he's saying he want to fight Vasily Lomachenko, but a lot of his energy's been directed at Gervonta Tank Davis lately. Mm-hmm. What do you make of that? If you was a betting man, which I know you don't, who you think, first of all, who you think Devin gonna fight, and who do you think he should fight? As a fight fan, would you rather see Haney versus Loma or Haney versus Tank?
Okay, let me answer the first question.
Yes, sir.
I think, first of all, he's going to fight Lomachenko because after the Kambosos fight, you got one more fight with Top Rank. And Bob Arum is not going to allow you to leave and go fight Gervonta Davis. Now, with those belts, you're not. You're going to fight in-house. You're going to fight Lomachenko. You're going to fight my little stepson. That's what you're going to do. And that's how I see it. Now, if I was a betting man, if I wanted to see who he will fight, I would love to see him fight Gervonta Davis. I think that it would be a good fight. I think they got a lot in common. I think they got the gyms in common. They got the Mayweathers in common. I mean, so, and plus, they don't like each other. And yes, like I always say, you got the boss and you got the underboss. They are going at it. One don't have no belts, but he get the asses in the seats. Then you got one that had the belts, but not so popular. So that is a kind of like, well, let's get it done. Let's have a shootout. Let's get it done. Let's see who's the best, and then take it after that. You know, because Lomachenko, everybody believes that he's this matrix. This is the high tech guy, right? Well, he's getting older now, and pretty much everybody has his number. So, but Devin does have a good chance of winning. So, I mean, that I know. But that's who Devin's going to face. I can tell you right now, his next two fights will be George Kamboza and Lomachenko. Now, after that, I don't know what he's going to do. But I do know that. Now, I also know this, that he will be moving up to 140. But you're not going to be moving up to 140 just yet. Not until you fight Lomachenko. You ain't going nowhere unless you drop them belts and then move up. You know, so, yep. So that's
that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Like, I agree with you. Like, as a fight fan, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, more specifically, as a Tank Davis fan, I would love the Devin Haney versus Tank Davis fight after this Kambosos fight. I just know that's not what we're getting, bro. I know that Bob Arum is not that type of businessman. He is not gonna make it to where he sets Devin Haney up in a fight that no matter what happens, if Devin Haney wins that fight, then he's out of Top Rank and those belts are gone. If Devin Haney loses that fight, then those belts are still gone to the PBC. He gonna set Devin up in a fight to where if Devin lose, he gonna lose to a Bob Arum guy. And Bob Arum and Vasily Lomachenko is already letting you know the fight that they try and make. Like, he already letting you know what he gonna do, what he want to do. He's not hearing no other options. He don't give a damn about, you know, Devin Haney's stardom. He don't care about how big Devin Haney is. He don't even care about how much money he make when it comes to Lomachenko. He just want to get his guy a shot back at those belts. So I believe that, you know, when Bob Arum talk about what fights he gonna make in house, you need to try to believe him because he the one that's running it. So until somebody tells me otherwise, you know, like Bob Arum or Loma, that they doing something else, then I believe that Loma is gonna be the next fight, and I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to see it because it's been a lot. It's been a lot about, you know, Devin Haney getting ducked by Lomachenko and Devin Haney, you know, back when he said before the Linares fight that he sent an offer to Lomachenko when he really didn't send an offer, and just all these narratives around Loma ducking him. You don't get to say all that, OG. You can't say all that and talk all that, and then when the fight finally come around and you get ready to fight him, now all of a sudden you want to do something else, or you got to move up and drop belts. Nah, man, you gotta stand on that, and you got to go in there and dust them off if you can, man.
Yep.
You got to go in there and dust them off if you can. You don't get to say all that, then do something else. Remember how he said he never lose to a white boy when he was talking about Loma? Yeah, nah, you don't get to say shit like that and then not fight that man, bro. You gotta fight him. And Loma will never move up to 140. He ain't going all the way up to 140. So you need to go ahead and dust him off at 135. And then whatever you do after that, that's cool. Because even if you don't fight Tank at 135, y'all can fight at 140. Tank can go up that high. Loma cannot. So he got to fight Loma, man, because that's what Bob Arum is saying that he wants him to do. So that's what I believe is going to happen, man. That's just my thoughts on it, bro.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let's see who all in the building. All right.
Yes, sir.
Everybody. All right. What's going on, everybody? We got Ray Patterson is up in here. What's going on, Ray? Salute to you, my man. And be nice. What's going on with you? There she go. Courtney Thompson. What's going on, my brother? All right. Salute to you, man. Yes, sir. DJ Black Charm Music is up in here. What's going on, brother? Salute to you. All right, we got my man H. McClain, too. It's up in here. What's going on with you, Boxing King? Charles George, what's going on, my man? Hoop Session is in the building. All right. My man, Little Rick, all the way from the south side of Houston, baby. Yes, sir. Phyllis Nuez, what's going on with you? Salute to you. Thrill Hill from Blueberry Hill. What's going on with you, baby? Yes, sir. All right. The lovely Tay, the MMA queen is up in here. What's going on, my love, my grace, my queen? Queen. What's going on, Queen? Yeah, yes, sir, on the winning team. What's going on, my love, my grace, my queen also. All right. Who else we got up in here? Let's see. All right. Got Edgar Chavez, my guy, my dude, my homie. What's going on with you? Yes, sir. I see you, Mike Rand. What's going on with you? All right. Who else we got up in here? Pugilist. What's good, Sink? Yes, sir. Salute to you. Yes, sir. And KO. All right. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. All right. Yes, sir. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. What's going on with you, baby? Yes, sir. Mark Blake, what it do, man? I ain't seen you in a while, but I'm glad to see you today, baby. Yes, sir. But I know you've been working, all right? Making that money and letting that money make you. Wow. All right. Who else we got in here? Brad. What's going on, Brad? Salute to you, Brad. Yeah, Devin looks such with that red hair. Then going through the hair. I don't know why the fuck he was on a boxing voice. I'm like, what? Man, what is
young, y'all? He's young. He's a young guy. That's what they do. They wear skinny jeans and dye their hair, man.
Right. You know, man. I told my daughter, I'm gonna buy me some skinny jeans. She said, "Dad, you better not."
Yeah, nah, bro. Nah, don't do that.
Yeah,
you gotta be of a certain age group
right,
to wear them, man. We didn't come up like that, bro.
Exactly. You know, Charlo, their hair is all red and black, and I don't know shit. That's crazy. But anyway, YGB22, what's going on with you, baby? Salute to you. All right. I think that's it. All right, I think that's it so far up in here. We're 50 and climbing, baby. All right, let's get it popping. All right, now what you got now?
Man, let's I want to talk about the story you brought up to me before we came live. Talk to me that Canelo story. What did he say? He lost 2 rounds or some shit. What did he say about Bivol, man?
Man, listen. Now this is why. What's going on, Seattle? Rick Slick.
Rick, what up, bro?
Baby? Now this is what I was trying to tell everyone last week, that I didn't want to see this fight, this Canelo fight and this Triple G. But then again, I said, wait a minute. He took a big fight with Bivol, and he lost a big. Now, that can do something to a person mentally and physically. Now, he's talking crazy. Now, this is per Boxing 24. I got this off. I'm just breezing through there, and I saw this. Now, of course, maybe I was right. Maybe he is having a setback, or maybe he is having a delusional or whatever, right? Because he believes Canelo still, and finally also he believes that he still only lost 2 rounds. 2 rounds to Demetrius Bivol. Now, I don't know who he's talking to. I don't know what he's looking at, but he believes that he lost 2 rounds. Now, they are saying his touch, now this is quote unquote, that his touch of reality is gone. See, people don't understand. You don't play with this boxing shit. Now, a la Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner had PTSD. He admitted it. Yes, Marco Madonna, it might have something to do with the gloves. I don't know. But he got that butt whooped and he got that heart taken out. And now he won't let his hands go. And now he's saying outlandish things. But then again, here you go. You got Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing, so-called. Right? He's delusional. He's delusional. He believes that he only lost 2 rounds. Now, of course, I don't know what he was looking at. I don't know what fight he saw. But whoever showed him the fight or whatever, he lost his mind. And that's what's going on, knockout. For some reason, he believes that now, and this is the problem I have, my brothers and sisters up in here. If you believe that so hardly, if your mind just flips so much that you really believe you only lost 2 rounds, then run it back. Not next year, because you get ultimatums now. like I told y'all yesterday, he had like he won. Talking about well, you got to beat Ramirez first, and then no. If you think you won, run that back, because in my book you took a L, and everybody else's book you took a L. So prove us wrong if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So now, will you think that he's delusional, or he is so hyped up by the WBC, Oscar De La Hoya, and the zone? So do you believe that he's indestructible? He believe, or what?
I think he in disbelief. He's still in shock. He ain't accepted the loss yet. That's the only time you would say something like that. But then this is where I'm glad you brought up that quote at the end and his attitude at the end. This is where like we have to pay attention to everything that someone said. So if you really only believe you lost 2 rounds, right, and you really believe that you won the fight, why won't you fight Bivol if he lose?
Right.
Why are you saying that you won't fight Bivol if he lose, and that you want Zurdo Ramirez to win the fight? So you're basically rooting for Bivol to lose so you don't have to fight him, but you're telling people that you only lost 2 rounds. Some of that shit don't add up.
Yeah.
Some don't seem right with that. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand where he's coming from with that. And then like now I don't want to question your ring IQ or your intelligence, but anybody watching that fight objective, even if they in it, they're not gonna look at that fight and say you only lost 2 rounds, bro. You got thoroughly beat. He dominated you. He beat you relatively easy. You won maybe. Now, what he should have said, he just had the wrong word. He said, I only lost 2 rounds. He should have said, I only won 2 rounds. That's what he should have been saying. I only won 2 rounds of that fight. I got to work hard. I got to get better, and I want to get that rematch. That's what he should have said, man. And this is what makes next week, as we're getting closer to it, we're only 6 days away now. This is what makes his fight with Triple G even more interesting, because when you got that level of delusion, when you still saying stuff like that, that means what that tells me is, have you been in the gym working to correct the mistakes that you made? Because if you haven't accepted the loss, if you're saying that you won, then how are you working on the things that made you lose if you got the wrong attitude going into it? So now I'm worried about his mentality. I'm worried about his confidence. What if he get in there with Triple G and they start banging away, and Triple G has a lot of success real early in the fight? Does Canelo have the confidence to come back from that in a close fight if the fight is competitive? Or is he going to start having that stuff in his head that happened to him with Bivol? So it makes this fight even more intriguing. And if Triple G is nothing else, he's not scared of Canelo. He's not going to fight Canelo like a lot of those other fighters fought Canelo. He's going to come straight at him. He's going to be in there jabbing. He's going to be like, yeah, you can hit me, but I'm going to hit your ass too. Let's see what's going on. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And then it's a great card overall. So I can't wait to see how that plays out, man, and see how it goes. But yeah, Canelo, he very, 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 very delusional with this shit, man. Like he gotta get this behind him, because it can mess him up for his future fights.
Well,
really could, man.
Of course, they believe that, and you know what? And I'm glad that what's up, Scrum Master? I'm glad that I want to see this fight now. At first, me and everybody said, man, we've been there already. But now I'm glad that I want to see this fight. And I will call this fight next week. But you're right, because we got to see now. Would this bother him? Because he's only human. He's only human. He is a fighter who has a lot of fights under his belt. And this is what I'm saying. In Mexico, when you fight over there, you fight damn near every week. And he has a lot of fights as he walked over here in the United States. So this is the thing about it. You're right. What would he do when he get hit? What would he do? Would he get a flashback, or would he get mean? Because right now we see some articles saying that, Canelo stared him down. Canelo said he's going to knock him out. Maybe that's a lot of cap. Maybe they just
that shit don't matter with somebody that done fought your ass twice and took your punches and shit. Like
exactly, they know you. They don't have to wait and see you hit them on the arm, see how much you hit, how hard you hit, or something like that. They don't have to do that. They know how you fight. Now maybe Triple G have a different plan. Maybe he won't fight Mexican style. Maybe he'll go in there and work his jab, work his way in, and probably try to box him like Bivol. because we know what Canelo good points are and bad points. We know what he can and cannot do. So we know how heavy his feet is or not. So that's how I look at it. You know, so where that come from or came from, I don't know. But let me add this knockout real fast.
Yes, sir.
Andy Ruiz, okay, and I look at Sanchez, Ryan Garcia. These are the fighters that left Eddie Reynoso. Now, this is what I would point out that see Eddie Reynoso. What makes a good trainer is you have different multiples of champions and good fighters. Well, he's only focused on one fighter, and two of the fighters that left, they specifically said this is why they left, because he wasn't focused in helping them. All he cared about was Canelo. That's why he got that picture of Canelo tattooed on his arm. You know, so when you have a fighter that has a trainer that feeds into you, that feeds into your psyche, that feeds into your head and blow it up a little bit more, then, you know, you're not going to learn anything. You need somebody that's going to tell you the truth. Look here, man. You losing. Like a Barry Hunter. One thing about Barry Hunter, he's straight up. When Lamar Pearson fought Earl Spence, he said, look at man, I don't like the way your eye looking. Come here, man, look at me. Look at me, man. He said, hey, Ralph. No, he threw. You know, see, you want somebody that's going to save you from yourself. You want somebody that's going to tell you the truth. And this is Eddie Reynoso's job, but he won't do that. Because
he got all them paychecks off of Canelo. He got comfortable just like Canelo got comfortable. Eddie Reynoso, he got him a house and shit now, you know, got his family and shit. So they both chilling, man. They both been playing the game. They've been playing the game and they caught up to him. But it's do or die right now, bro. He lose to Triple G, man. Say that shit gonna be. Ain't no coming back from that because now you done lost all your belts at 168, and now all them paydays and shit. See, he like them $40 million, $50 million paydays. OG,
yeah.
Ain't nobody offering you that shit coming off of a loss to Triple G and a loss to Dimitri Bivol. He'll still get a big payday. He'll still be an extremely popular fighter, but all this picking and choosing and shit. All this, he can just do what he want. Right. He gonna have to start fighting other fights and shit. So,
yeah, very interesting. Take a hit. They say his reputation is gonna take a big hit if he loses twice.
Very interesting. But yeah, as far as everybody leaving Reynoso, man, until he does something else with someone else, I'm not sold on him, man. And then we all seen the stuff that he did do that was good, like Oscar Valdez when he fought Burchell. We saw that the very next fight, Oscar Valdez popping positive for some shit. He got steroids and shit in his system, and he looked horrible against Conceição. And then Shakur Stevenson, we all know what he did with Oscar Valdez. So, man, that's stable. All they got is Canelo. Shit, if Canelo lose, shit, Eddie Reynoso, who else he gonna train? He better hope Canelo don't leave his ass, man.
Yeah.
Real shit.
So, my man, Lil Rick, he said, hey, KO, King Kong let you down. Ruiz youth may have been too much.
Yeah. King Kong, he was winning. He was winning every part of that fight that he didn't get knocked down. He was outboxing him. You know what I mean? But hey, Father Time is undefeated, man, and Andy Ruiz did his thing. So yeah, we got that one wrong, but we got them all four wrong this Friday night, including two upsets on that Showbox card. So if you was paying attention, you would want some money this week, man. So it is what it is. We're moving on. Yeah.
Okay. King Kong. You know, I think it's time for him to retire. I think, you know, he's older. He's 43, and they admitted that he's 43, and I'm glad they did. And it's just time for him to move on. He just, you know, just don't have it no more. And a lot of people dodged him. Like Deontay Wilder said, boxing wasn't good to him. He was good to boxing. And now he's of age now, and now he won't get the fruit of his labors like he should have had. You know, but, you know, he still wants a good heavyweight, and I think he should go ahead and call it, you know. So that's how
Tired of watching his daughters. Every time he get put down, what's up, Ash's Corner? Every time he get put down and get hurt, his daughters in the stands crying and stuff. Like, bro, just So and like if the level that he want to fight at, he gonna be getting put down and he gonna be getting hurt in every fight now. So he might as well just, you know, call it quits, maybe go train some people. He made a whole lot of money here in America to where he can go live a good life in his home country if he want to, or stay here and live a good life if he want to. I think he should just, man, call it quits and move on, because now they're going to start, because at this point, he going to start getting the wrong type of phone calls, OG. They're going to start calling him like, hey, man, we got this prospect, Jared Big Baby Anderson, that we want to put you in the ring with. They're going to start trying to feed him to the young guns. And hey, man, we want to put you in there with Joe Joyce. He needs some work against the Southpaw and shit. Like, nah, bro, I don't want to see Ortiz go out like that, bro.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, you got too much respect. So, but I'm gonna go to Robert Garcia real fast.
Okay.
And Robert Garcia, we all know he had Anthony Joshua for basically one fight, and now Anthony Joshua is pretty much saying, you know what, I think I'm gonna go with somebody else. I think me and Robert Garcia, he did a good job as far as fine-tuning his skills, which is not too much to fine-tune, because not too much to work with, because we all know how he fights. Well, he has something to say. He has something to say about the lower weight classes. He really believes. Now, I don't know if this is a Mexican thing or he just being a trainer. He believes that Devin Haney can't do anything with Pitbull Cruz. He believes that Devin Haney is a pure boxer. And he believes that Pitbull Cruz is a pressure fighter. Now, of course, how do you keep a pressure fighter off of you? You can use a check hook and get out of there, or keep fighting on the back foot, keep stabbing him with that stick, but Pitbull Cruz is going to still come. Now, of course, a lot of people and myself, I believe Devin Haney, chin is not up to par from a punch from Pitbull Cruz. I'm sorry. I got to keep it real. I don't think that, and that's where your defense come in at, Now, you can't grow a tough chin, either you're chinny or you're not, but now Robert Garcia believes that Pitbull Cruz, if they ever will fight, and he believes that Haney will duck him, that he gonna have to pretty much will get knocked out by Pitbull Cruz, So what you think about it? I mean, he does. When he swings, you do feel it. What's up, Trey? What's going on, baby? Yes, sir.
See, here's the thing, bro. I highly like a lot of people say, and I'm gonna tie it into it, so I'm not losing y'all. But a lot of people say Tank Davis, and Devin Haney is a 50-50 fight. I don't see it that way. I think Tank Davis is highly favored in that fight. I'd highly favor him in a fight with Devin Haney because of his boxing skills and what you just said, OG. Like he just, his chin, man. I see how vulnerable it is. I ain't saying he chinny. I know he ain't never been down, but I just see how vulnerable he is, and I see that when he gets hurt, he don't know how to handle getting hurt. He doesn't respond. Like he grabs and runs around the ring, and that shit ain't gonna work, because if somebody like Tank hurt you or Pitbull hurt you, then that's a problem. So I favor Tank because he got that power with them supreme ass boxing skills. So I highly favor Tank in that fight. Now, tying that into Pitbull Cruz, that's a 50-50 fight to me. I see exactly what Robert Garcia is saying, because Devin Haney, for all his skills, how good he is, he would have to be perfect the entire fight against Pitbull Cruz. Can he be? Possibly. I think he might be able to, but he will have to move around the ring, pivot, keep the fight in the center of the ring, use his boxing skills, because one thing we know is that Tank Davis couldn't keep Pitbull Cruz off of him.
Right.
And Tank Davis is a very hard puncher. So Devin Haney is not going to keep Pitbull Cruz from coming. Pitbull is going to come, and he's going to keep coming. He's going to throw big punches. He's not going to get discouraged. He's not going to stop. So Devin would literally, for 12 rounds, have to be absolutely positively perfect against Pitbull Cruz. He cannot get caught in an exchange. He can't sit down and fight for a single solitary moment of that fight. And then for Pitbull Cruz, all they got to do is land one shot.
Right.
He got 36 minutes, 12 rounds to land one shot. So I see what Robert Garcia is saying. I see that fight. People don't like this. I see it clearly as a 50-50 fight. You got a boxer that has supreme boxing skills going up against a pressure fighter that has great power and some boxing skills, and the boxer doesn't have the power to keep the pressure fighter up off of him. Therefore, the boxer got to be perfect for every second of that fight. Because I believe at the moment with Pitbull's aggression and how relentless he is, if he does hurt Devin Haney, it's gonna be hard to keep Pitbull from stopping him, bro. Because he don't stop. He rejects clinches. Every punch that he throws is with bad intentions. So that's a very intriguing matchup. And you know, it's that age-old matchup, OG, like pressure fighter versus boxer. Who you got? Who you got? Sometimes the boxer wins, sometimes the pressure fighter wins. And I think both of these guys are good enough at what they do. Devin Haney is a good enough boxer. Pitbull Cruz is a good enough pressure fighter to where that fight is 50-50 to me. I see that it can go either way. You know what I'm saying? And I see the young homie Rick says Devin will jab Pitbull for the whole 12. I hear you, man. Like that is a definite possibility. But JoJo Diaz had some moments of success. And he caught Devin. Linares had one little moment of success and caught him. I'm telling y'all, all Pitbull need is one moment, bro. If you're a Devin Haney fan watching that fight, you're going to be on the edge of your seat the whole goddamn fight, just looking like, goddamn it, pivot around, move, pivot around. Defense, use your defense. Like, bro, you're going to be nervous the whole goddamn time watching that fight. I'm telling you right now. Y'all can act like y'all not. People can act like they think it's such an easy-ass fight. But I'm telling you right now, once that bell ring and y'all see how Cruz is coming, it's going to make you nervous, man. I see that fight is 50-50, bro. So I kind of agree with Robert Garcia, man.
Yeah, cause when Cruz, Pitbull Cruz, when he misses, you feel that wind coming past. You know, every punch is for it really mean intentions, and this is what happened with Ramirez in the fight, the last fight. He got caught. Now he was doing great with the movement, with the lateral movement, everything, but on the way out, going back down the ropes, he got caught. Cause Cruz jumped in with one and he caught him and he only clipped him and he went down. So that shows you the power he has. If you look at him, you can see the muscle on top of muscles, in which, Gervonta did a great job the first time he fought him, and hopefully, he can get a second time because Pitbull Cruz did call Gervonta Davis out.
He did.
And, but I don't think Floyd want him near him. I really don't. I think Floyd want to keep his golden goose right there, nice and tucked, but he gonna give a lot of people problems.
He will, bro. That's a tough ass style, man. Yeah, that's a tough ass style. The only thing I say though, OG, about Floyd gonna keep Tank away from him or whatever. He already beat him, bro. So he beat him already, and Tank, why would Tank be scared of a fighter that he beat with one hand for half of the fight? So I think that fight can get made. I think Cruz just got to keep doing what he's doing, man. Make himself bigger. He needs to get in there with somebody like Devin or Ryan or somebody and beat one of these big names to make his name even bigger. And I think we could see that fight again because I think Tank with two hands, and I think that's a whole different fight. I think that's a completely different fight than how the first fight went. But Pitbull, man, Pitbull is a factor, bro. People acting like he ain't a factor. He a factor up there, lightweight, man. You give him a shot at some of these guys, he'll make you nervous for your favorite fighter in every fight that he can have, just because you can't prepare for his style. Nobody at the top fights like him, bro. Nobody at the top fight like him. That's what makes him so, like your boy Navarrete. Your boy Navarrete, him and Pitbull don't fight the same, OG, but it's kind of the same thing. Like at the top, don't nobody at featherweight fight like Navarrete. It's different. It's awkward, so it's hard to prepare for him because you can't get nobody to spar you that can show you the type of shit that Navarrete gonna show you in the ring. It's the same thing with Pitbull, man. You can't get nobody that's number one. He like 4'11". He's short as shit. So guys that you gonna spar at lightweight, they ain't that short. And then if you do find somebody from a smaller weight class that's short like that, they don't carry the power that he carried. So even though they might try to press you in sparring and try to come at you in sparring, they punches ain't like his punches. And then that hold the phone shit that Devin Haney like to do, that left hook that Pitbull got, is punching through that shit, bro.
Yeah.
He gotta make him miss altogether in that fight. Like it's a tough ass fight, man. I hope, I hope we get to see it one day. Real shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just curious of who he be fighting next. Or is he gonna still wait on Gervonta Davis and take light touches or whoever, and let's see. So you're right. If I beat you already, why should I be scared to fight you again? I could do what I did first time, so but I can see him getting better. But I just can't see him coming in there as a pressure fighter, not throwing no jabs. Kind of remind me of a Sean Porter, a younger Sean Porter. Pretty much just come in, but Sean did jab a couple times to get in. But no, I don't think the check is gonna be good enough. I think you're gonna have to need, like you say, 2 hands. And if 2 hands, that makes a difference. Big difference. So
2 hands, sit down on your shots and shit. Cause I just encourage everyone, man. If you go back, if you guys have nothing to do and you're looking for a fight to watch, and you go back and you watch the Pitbull Cruz versus Tank Davis fight, watch what happened between the midway point in round 5 and round 6. Tank started piecing him up and pushing his ass back, and he was really, really putting a whooping on Pitbull Cruz. Then he messed his hand up, bro. Then when his hand messed up, he spent the whole back half of the fight on his back foot. But Tank started turning up on him, bro. He really did, but he just hurt his hand. But man, what's the next? You want to talk about Yordenis Ugas a little bit, man?
Okay,
coming back and stuff, man. Sure. He said he want Keith Thurman, Jerron Ennis, or Virgil Ortiz, man.
Yes, sir.
He said he's looking to come back for one of those 3. Do you give him a shot? Just kind of break those down for us. All 3 of them. Who, if you were him, who you think he should be fighting, and does he have a shot against all 3 of them? Just what do you think of him coming back and kind of who he wants to fight and what his plan is, man?
Okay, well, first of all, you Earl Spence and Yordenis Ugas, that fight I call a teachable moment. That's what I call that fight, because now Yordenis Ugas knows that I got to start moving. I cannot stand in one spot. I cannot keep my head on that line. I'm gonna have to do a little head movement, maybe a little lateral movement, and then use my boxing skills. That's what he was known for when he first got over here. Now, what changed? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look when he started changing that style. But that style worked for a while. But now, then he's getting hit everywhere and all the time. That's not a good look for him. And I think that Keith Thurman, big puncher, if he still punches that way, if he still fights that way, he's always using that ring. He's always hopping down that bunny trail. He's always using that lateral movement. That's Keith Thurman. That's who he is. Now, Yordenis Ugas gonna have to walk him down, of course. Now, of course, he's gonna have to do what Earl Spence do. What's going on, the first lady, Miss Knockout Boxing?
Hey, what's up? She done woke up. What's up, baby?
All right. Now, so of course you got Yordenis Ugas. He's gonna have to go to the body. Now, if he does his research, if his trainer does his research, the trainer can usually have a big mouth. But now he got the respect of Earl Spence. But what if he do his research and knows that Keith Thurman is got a body problem, that he don't like body shots? Well, this is where Yordenis gonna have to pick up his feet, and he's gonna have to come to him. He's gonna have to walk him down, and this is where he goes in and go to the body. Now, Keith Thurman is a big puncher, but also Yordenis Ugas keeps a high guard. He need to have a tight high guard when he fight Keith Thurman. Now, Keith Thurman has something to prove, and we all know what he has to prove. He want to act like he's the top dog, that he been there and done that, which he hasn't. He just been there and lied about being there, so. But still in all, I think you guys and Keith Thurman, that would be a good fight. That would be a great fight. And I believe that you guys can beat Keith Thurman. Now, Keith Thurman is a little heavy, but he don't want to go anywhere. He always been a welterweight, and he going to stay a welterweight. So, basically, I just like to say that you guys is going to pretty much win by decision with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman still is a big puncher now, but I think you guys is slick enough, know how to get out the way, and will go to the body. Because he was doing a good job with Earl Spence until Earl Spence started going toe-to-toe with him. Earl Spence is a bigger puncher. He's a damn good puncher. So, now, Ortiz. Now, I think Ortiz is not good enough for you guys. I'm sorry, but he's just not. Ortiz, I think, is a basic, a basic fighter, a B+ fighter. That's what I give him. Now, power, no, I won't give him so much power because I don't think he had that much power to get you guys out of there. We all seen what you guys can take. We all seen the punishment that he took in the Spence fight. And yes, he paid the price with his eye. But still, in all, I don't think Ortiz have enough to get him out of there. Now, of course, he has enough to get Ortiz out of there or bust him up. Now, only way he's going to have to bust him up is steer him to the ropes. He's going to have to steer him to the ropes. Then he does that shoe shine to the body. And he's real good at that. He loved to throw down low. He loved to go to the body also. But he does it sometimes shoe shining or one at a time. So that and plus he's taller. So that's why I see him beating a Ortiz. And also, we got what's the other? Jerron Booth.
They're talking about Jerron Booth Ennis, man.
Yes. Now Jerron Booth Ennis. Now it's no comparison there. Jerron Booth Ennis is young, hungry, flashy, orthodox, conventional stance to southpaw stance, and he just will have your Dennis, you guys kind of confused, and you don't know what he will be bringing to the table. So I can see that Jerron Booth Ennis getting all his flowers that night because he's going to put on a show that will shut down you guys' whole style. Yes, I give him credit for having that Cuban style. You know, it was very successful up to a point until he ran into a couple guys that know how to fight. You know, so Cuba has a great boxing program over there. Always did. You know, at the finca, the farm over there where they box 24/7. But still in all, I don't think he can touch a Jerron Ennis. This young man is getting better. This young man is just getting better and better. Only thing about it is I don't like the way he pretty much showboat a lot. I think he need to calm that down. I think you need to just, calm it down and just go ahead and get your opponent out of there and go home. He plays around a lot of time with his food. Now, of course, one day his father got on him and told him, look, stop playing around and go in there or before you get hit with something that you don't see coming, which is possible. I have seen a lot of guys showboating, and next thing you know, they're on the canvas. So I like to see Boots pretty much stop all the showboating and just go head on and take care of business. And which he is very good at. He is very good at it. And one thing about it is, I'm sorry, but I don't think you guys are gonna be able to match up with Jerron Booth Ennis. He prepares, and he prepares well. I'm talking about not only physically but mentally, and also he does watch tapes. Now, not like Floyd said, "Oh, I don't watch tapes," but I think that was a lie. But anyway, he watched tapes, and he watches to see what fighters bringing and what they bringing. So that's how I see it. All right.
Yeah, man. So for me, I see it a lot differently. He better fight Thurman. Of those three names, if he don't want to get hurt, man, he better fight Keith Thurman. Look, man, Keith Thurman. Everybody talk about Keith Thurman. The punch. Y'all know that man got one stoppage in 8 years. That man ain't stopped nobody since 2015. That man has one stoppage fight in about 8 years. And the thing about Keith, even if Ugas ain't got no power, Ugas will be able to fight in his style of being stationary, looking to counter, looking to, throw hooks or whatever. And Keith Thurman will just run around the ring on Ugas, right? And just do what he normally do. So that'll give Ugas the best chance of victory and the best chance of not getting his ass hurt. Because I'm telling you right now, if he fight one of them young boys, man, Virgil Ortiz, because you got to remember, OG, they don't be looking the same after Earl get through with him, man. They do like my brother Ugas is very tough, very strong. He got great heart, but Ugas had his eye broke. He had his ribs broken, shit. Like man, hell no. He better fight Keith Thurman. He talking about he want Boots or Ortiz, man. Look, Virgil Ortiz hits very hard. He's very young. He's very strong. And that stationary shit that Ugas like to do, that shit gonna turn into a war. And as far as physically strong as Ugas is, Virgil Ortiz hits a lot harder than him. and he lets his hands go. And I think that young boy will mess Ugas up. And then Jerron Boots Ennis, I don't even really want to talk about what he would do to Ugas. That would be damn near almost like attempted murder, bro. He just too fast, and he hit too hard, and he too skilled and shit. Like, nah, bro, nah. Like he said, Virgil Ortiz, Thurman, and Boots. He better fight Thurman, bro. Like, he better fight Thurman, in my opinion. OG Ortiz and Boots just too young, too hungry, and too strong, man. They like, and Ugas coming off of them injuries and shit, 36 years old with no feet, just right there for them to tee off on his ass. I don't know, bro. Fight the guy instead of the guy Jerron Boots Ennis, who's like 29-0 with 27 knockouts on like an 18-19 fight knockout streak. Or Virgil Ortiz, who got 100% knockout ratio still. Instead of fighting one of them young guys, I say you get in there with the guy Keith Thurman, who's shown that he ain't as hungry, who's already doing commentary, fighting 3 times in 5 years and shit. One stoppage since 2015. I think that's the guy that you fight, man. I think that's the guy you got to fight, because if you fight one of them young guns, man, it's gonna be brutal for him. I think, OG. I think that's the safer fight. To be honest with you, that's my thoughts on it, man.
Wow, yeah. All right, we got over 115 people in here. Make sure you hit the like button for the OG, man, and knock out.
Yeah, y'all got 70 likes, man. Y'all shorting the OG by 45 likes, man. Come on, hit the like button for him one time, man.
Yes, sir. Show you love. What's up, Yoda Wise? What's going on, Teach? I see you, Joker. What's going on, MFB? What's happening, Jay Petty? What's going on with you, baby? All right. Now, a lot of people are saying that Keith Thurman, you're right. Keith Thurman is the safest option right now out of the 3. And, of course, yes. Now, a question. What if you guys, like I say, a teachable moment, okay? Now, what if he's next opponent? Because he's coming back. He should be back, he said, January or February. Now, of course, when he does come back, will he have a different style? Will he stand still and bang right in the center of the ring like he did with Earl? Or did he learn his lesson? No, I'm going to have to do some lateral movement here. I'm going to have to, fight on the back foot. Or I'm going to have to walk him down or push him back. I mean, what do you think? Or he have to
it's hard for him, OG, because as highly skilled as he is. See, Ugas is highly skilled and he got good movements from the waist up, but his feet has always been he's a stationary fighter. He'll take a half step back, counter you, half step here, half step there, but he ain't no mover. He ain't moving around the ring and shit. So I think he fights the same, flat-footed, trying to counter you, trying to work off his jab and shit, but loves to slip and counter to the body, has a nice pull counter, but he's at the point he's gonna be able to be drugged into wars against guys. It's just a bad matchup for him because he never had power like that. He looks strong. You would think he got power when you watch him fight, but he don't got the power like that. That's why I think the older guys that maybe have lost a step too, like Keith Thurman, those are the best options for him, man. If he fight one of these, even a Connor being OG, if he fight one of these young hungry dudes, he gonna struggle. And then I worry about again. I need to see how you look. I don't know if you take the beating that he took from Earl and then you hop back in with one of these guys in your very next fight. Like, we need to see how you look, bro. How's that eye gonna hold up? How's your mentality? Because that every time you get in the ring, that shit take a piece of you, and especially when you get beat up the way that he got beat up. See, that's the thing. Like, Earl didn't just one punch, boom, he on the ground, he get knocked out, he wobbly and shit. How Tank did Rolly Romero. Earl like beat him up, bro. Like fucking like really messed him up. And we see that after Mikey Garcia fought Earl. Look at what his career did, man.
Yeah.
Look at what his career did. Look at what happened to Kell Brook after fighting Earl and Triple G, man. Like look at Kell Brook's career after that. So I need to see what he looked like, man, before I give him any chance against those two, man. Thurman, like I said, I think Thurman is the way that you go get you a payday, maybe not get hurt. Thurman just fought Mario Barrios, a 140-pound fighter, and couldn't stop him. So I think he can take Thurman's power better. I just think those guys, man, those young guys, they overwhelm him and shit because they just not gonna stop, and they really hungry, and they trying to put his scalp on their wall. Like, oh, you got to beat Manny Pacquiao. Wow. You got to beat Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, let me go ahead and put that. Let me go ahead and grab that real quick. They're gonna be real hungry. Whereas we know Thurman, he ain't gonna be aggressive like that. He gonna move around the ring, and if you catch him to the body, you might have him on the run and you got a better shot of beating him. So that's what I think, man. But as far as his fighting style, he gonna be stationary, OG. He 36 years old now. He ain't gonna be able to move around the ring, man.
Wow, yeah, you're right. Once you get over that hump of 35, you don't see a lot of lateral movement. Esther and Laura, that was his MO. Well, he doesn't do that anymore. He'll stand right there and he'll use his hands and try to pretty much throw that left right down the pipe or whatever. But maybe he will take a step back and, like you guys like to do, loop that right hand, loop that left hand, and try to go to the body. But you're right. He won't take but maybe a half a step back, then get right back in the pocket. Then there we go. We banging again. Now, Earl did do a number on him because I saw them uppercuts, and them uppercuts was hitting flush. But we're going to see, like you say, I like to see maybe a tune-up, maybe a light touch, and let's see what he's bringing to the table now. But when you're talking about a Virgil Ortiz, a Bruce Ennis, okay, and Keith Thurman, all in the same sentence, you better start off with Keith Thurman. That's what you need to do, and see where you at and see how far you get. So, but that's all I had on Boots. Okay. So,
can I debunk something? Can I debunk something real quick that I see in the chat, OG? Just real quick.
Yes, sir.
All right, my brother Joker. My brother Joker says that Terrence Crawford is the hardest fighter to hit in all the boxing. Now, I know that fans and people, they say stuff like, people say stuff like that and people run with it. You know what I mean? I just want people, like, that's not true, bro. That's not even close to being true. He's not the hardest fighter to hit in boxing, bro. They actually have stats up and numbers up. He's nowhere near the top, man. So
he get hit a lot.
He get hit a lot, bro. He's not the hardest fighter to hit, man. So just wanted to I would just say look it up, bro. It's out there for everybody to look up. But that's not the case, bro. He's not even. I'm looking at it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's not even top 10, bro. He's not even top 10, Joker. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But we gotta keep it factual, my brother. And much love and much respect to you. But just let's,
Well, Knockout, people don't understand this. This is boxing. You're going to get hit. A lot. A lot. And it just depends on your defense. Some Mexican fighters, if you notice, Jaime Miguel, he does this a lot. He roll with the punches, so they won't hit so hard. Because you're going to get hit, but you just make sure you don't get hit too flush. Floyd Mayweather, he has the shoulder roll. All right. The shoulder roll will slip up and hit you in your jaw. You will get hit, but it won't be, the impact would be a little bit different. Everybody get hit. It's just a matter of how you get hit and how hard you get hit.
Fair.
That's how I look at it.
My man said I didn't even read the rest of it. He also said he's one of the most elusive fighters of all time. Come on, my boy. Come on, man.
Joker.
Come on, Joker. Joker must be joking.
Yeah, so, but I get it. That's your fight, probably your favorite fight or whatever. And okay, you ride with them, but every fighter is different. That's one thing about it. Every fighter is different, and that's why I'm so high on the young guys and coming out the amateurs and things like that, because they seen every style just about at that point. Then you're gonna see more different styles once you get up there. So yes, sir. Chief, we're gonna get to Amir Khan too, okay? All right, yes, sir. All right, let's keep it going. Okay.
What happened with Amir Khan, OG? What's going on with Amir?
Amir Khan, he has a lot to say. And I think it's because he got pieced up about Terrence Crawford. So of course they had the bright idea to ask him what his opinion is about the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. And he believes, and I say, I quote and unquote, he said Spence would be easy work for Terrence Crawford.
Damn. Okay. He entitled to that. I mean, the thing is, OG, not only did he get pieced up by Crawford, but who trained him when Kell Brook whooped his ass? It was Bomac and him.
Yes.
It was Bomac. So he out there camping shit.
Yes.
Yeah, he out there camping shit. So of course he gonna say that. He doing what he's supposed to do. Like that's like if somebody put a camera in Jamel Charlo face Hey, who you think gonna win between Earl and Terrence? Jermell Charlo gonna be like, shit, Earl gonna whoop his ass.
That's right.
I got Earl all day, so Amir Khan, I ain't gonna criticize him. He doing nothing. Right. He doing what he's supposed to do. That's been your most recent camp. You know, that's your guy. They trained you and shit. They let you in their camp with open arms. So of course, you gonna say that Bud is gonna be Earl. I would expect nothing less. As a matter of fact, I'd have less respect for you if you said Earl was gonna win. Because how you gonna be in Terrence Crawford camp and be, part of his team and shit, and then you talking about Earl gonna beat him? Shit, for all we know, Amir Khan could be sparring to help Terrence Crawford get ready for Earl. So it is what it is, bro.
Right.
But I ain't got no issue with that, OG. I think that's just par for the course. You expect fighters in the same camp to ride together, man.
Yeah, of course. Like you said, Jermell, Crawford called Jermell out. Jermell said, "No, you need to take care of Earl first. Don't worry about me. You and Spence need to get it on." And that's what he's doing. He's taking up for his stablemate. Going in there and make that money with him. I'll see you later. So, but that's facts.
Yeah, that's all facts, man. So I wanted to. What was the other? It was something else that you had said that you wanted to talk about, man. That really had me. I was excited about it, man. I forgot.
Oscar De La Hoya?
Yeah. Talk to me. My boy Tank, man. What Oscar talking about, man?
Man,
what are you talking about, man?
Listen, you got Ryan Garcia. You got Ryan Garcia's father, and you got other people around Ryan Garcia, and you got Gervonta Davis. They are pretty much saying this fight is on. They are pretty much saying everything but the venue. That's all. But that's all they're doing. Saying. That's all they're doing is saying, talking. Now, talk to Oscar. Oscar said, wait, ain't nobody home. Ain't nobody answering the phone. I keep calling, and they won't pick up. Well, that goes to show you, Oscar, they don't want to fight. Now, Oscar can be capping. He has done it before. Ryan has done it numerous times. So, now, in the words of Teofimo Lopez, you're not going to use me. You're not going to use Floyd Mayweather. And that's what they're doing right now, I believe. Oscar is pretty much trying to buy into this whole thing of they don't want to fight. When in reality, now, this is not being biased or anything, but I think Oscar don't want to fight. I think Oscar don't want to risk his golden goose. Now, Floyd, yes, Floyd would put Tank in there because he believes that Tank can knock out Ryan, but he don't want to put him in there at 140. He want to fight at 135 where he feel more comfortable and more loosely, So that's the point. Now, Oscar, we know what Oscar does. We know how Oscar is. We know how Oscar lies. We know how Ryan lies. Ryan won numerous times with the Burger King crown on and everything. I want Gervonta Davis. He haven't got him yet. It's been 3 years since been calling him out? He haven't got him yet. So there you go. So now, why nobody picking up at Floyd Mayweather gym? Why nobody picking up at his house? I don't know. You have to, hey, I don't know, but Oscar, he has all the contact numbers. He got Al Heyman number. I think Oscar don't want this fight. That's what I believe. And I think Gervonta Davis, he'll take it. Because I know in his mind, he knows he's going to beat Ryan. So that's how I look at it. So
I got you. So Oscar De La Hoya thinks that people are stupid and that they have a short memory. Number one, Stephen Espinoza confirmed that they are in negotiations. So I believe Stephen Espinoza over Oscar De La Hoya, but Oscar De La Hoya already told us, so he waiting on a call, but he also told us when it came to making the fight that he was going to keep himself out of negotiations because he know the PBC don't want to deal with him. So if they don't want to deal with you, why are they calling you directly? Ain't they going to, you said that they were going to negotiate with your people and not you. So why are you waiting on the call? See, I don't, that powder, OG, that powder make people say and do crazy things, and they think that people are just as crazy as them and don't remember the shit that they say. Nah, bro, I remember everything that you say. So I think this is just Oscar keeping himself relevant. Oscar causing doubt, oh, let's promote the fight because whether they say the fight is happening, whether they say the fight is not happening, if I come out here and say this, they still gonna talk about it like you and I are doing right now. And boxing is weird like that. Like that's one thing about boxing, OG. They like, shoot, we're gonna make them think that the fight not happening, then we're gonna make them think that the fight is happening. We just want them talking, we want them talking. Why not just announce the fight or just like really say that y'all in negotiations or the fight is done? Boxing be doing all this extra shit, whether it's Tank and Ryan or Spence and Bud and shit. Like, what's the point of keeping this big secret and not telling people what's going on and all that old shit, man? I don't understand it, man. But I just think Oscar's talking to be talking. I believe Steven Espinoza over. I believe Oscar De La Hoya and Steven Espinoza says that they in negotiations for a fight, man. So that's what I'm gonna go with, bro.
Okay, yeah, Steven, he's a straight shooter. Now I know some people probably don't care for him, whatever, and I think he's doing the right thing. Now we all know how this all got started, the back and forth. Now, of course, this fight could have been made, but thanks to Oscar De La Hoya, he want to bring in another party, and it's called The Zone. Now, The Zone is feeding him purses. They are paying the purses of his fighters. They are giving him a platform, and Oscar De La Hoya feels that he has to be loyal to them. He has to involve them in every business deal he does. Well, Steven Espinoza said, no, we're going to have this on Showtime. The Zone don't need to be involved in this. All right, we go ahead and get this done and get it made, and we have the fight on Showtime. Oscar don't want to go for that. Now, this is before this, so that what messed up the fight, in my opinion, that and other things. But I don't blame The Zone, though. If I'm paying the purses, if I'm paying your fighters, I'm giving you a platform. If it's in the UK or here, I'm giving you a platform. Yeah, we want a little something, kickback. But if I'm Steven Espinoza, I said, well, okay. I tell you what, Oscar, you give it to him out your damn end. How about that? But and then you can work it out like that. But no, they're not getting no merging no two different platforms. Now I know they did it with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Yes, that was a different circumstances. That was a court issue and things like that, and you just want to get it over with and done with. I don't even think it was really a big negotiation. They just want to get over with and done. So Tyson Fury could keep on going with his career. You got to pay up the piper. You got to pay what you owe, baby. And that's what happened. Now, with The Zone, well, hey, they want the piece of the pie. Well, Steven Espinoza, well, you ain't getting a piece of the pie. All right? Because Gervonta Davis, and this is what gets me. And I was going to ask you this about a week ago.
What's that, OG?
When Steven Espinoza said that Gervonta Davis is loyal and signed to me and me only, what that tells you?
He got him a network deal, kind of like Jerron Ennis got him a network deal. That's what Espinoza is saying.
Okay, then that means
that Tank only gonna fight on Showtime too. He ain't moving around and shit. You want to see Tank? All these people say they want to see Tank. That's my OG. This is what drives me crazy, right? When you want to see the clear A side fighter, and you want to fight him, why are we getting to the point where the guy that brings in all the money is the guy that we are supposed to ask to make all these compromises and shit? Shouldn't the guy that bring in less money be the one to make all these compromises? Like, why is it that Tank should do it some joint pay-per-view shit, or they should split with The Zone? Because just like The Zone built up Ryan Garcia, Showtime built Tank. The difference is Showtime actually built Tank to where they can charge people to watch him fight. They made him such a star. They helped him get so big that he ain't got to fight on regular TV no more. People pay to watch him fight on TV, and they go to the arena to watch him fight. So why should they have to share? Why should they have to share when they built their person into something that you ain't built your person into? Like, where is Ryan Garcia's pay-per-view number? What live gate records is he breaking? So that's always like, it seems simplistic to some, but that's always just like, I never understand that, OG. Like, we be asking the person that brings in the most money to make all of these sacrifices and all of these compromises. The same shit that they do with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. OG, they asked Earl Spence, you got to give him 50-50. You should give them 60-40. You should give them real close to 50-50. Why can't they get equal money? Why can't they do this? Why can't they do that? When it's clear that one side not only has 3 belts, but he also is the one that brings in way more money than the other fighter. But we keep asking the guy that brings in all the money to make all these sacrifices to make the fight happen. Shouldn't the guy that brings in less money be the one to make all the sacrifices? I know that's how it's worked in boxing since I've been watching it. It's this new shit, OG. It's this new way of thinking that just got me crazy. And I want to say one more thing on Oscar, right? And his loyalty to DAZN. Like that shit, I understand why DAZN wants a piece of it, because shit, like we we give you the platform. We want a piece of the pie. So shit, you need to go ahead and kick us back something. But if you Oscar De La Hoya and you watch DAZN and you see how like your fighter Canelo, your golden goose, left you and went directly to DAZN, why are you showing all this loyalty to somebody that basically took your cash cow and now they making money off of them and they done cut you out the deal? Like, why are you? Where's the loyalty coming from, bro? Like, Canelo literally sued your ass, your ass, cut you out the deal, and he's still working with DAZN. And instead of doing what's in the best interest of your fighters and shit, you still showing some loyalty to DAZN. Like, where that shit come from? Like, you messed up Jaime Munguia out of the biggest fight of his career because he wanted to fight Jamal Charlo.
Right.
He signed to fight Jamal Charlo. You like, nah, we got to be loyal to DAZN. So now Jaime Munguia, he don't get to be a 2-division champion right now, or try to be a 2-division champion because you want to be loyal to DAZN. Now you got Ryan Garcia, possibly the biggest fight of his goddamn life. The biggest fight of his life, the biggest bag he can get, the most exposure he can get, even if he get his ass knocked out. His Instagram followers and social media, all that shit that he care about, all that shit gonna go through the roof. You mess his biggest opportunity and you run around his whole like, DAZN got to be a part of it and shit. Like, why is he so loyal to somebody that literally snatched Canelo right out from under him and they doing business with Canelo as you and I speak? As you and I speak, they right now about to make some money off Canelo, and Oscar ain't gonna see a dime. Oscar ain't gonna see a dime of that money, man. I don't understand, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, OG. Maybe you can make sense of it for me, man.
Man, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about how Oscar and Eddie or DAZN, they had Canelo in a dilemma. Canelo didn't know who to believe. Then, of course, Canelo kind of figured it out, who was lying, who wasn't. Well, of course, he found out Oscar was. And then he pretty much shut him down and left Oscar. And then he stuck with DAZN. Now, he was going to leave DAZN too, but, of course, they made him an offer that he could not refuse. And, of course, then he going to work with them. And they have been having a pretty good relationship, what I hear. Yeah. And now, like you said, why is Oscar pretty much devoted to the people that took his cash cow? And now you got nobody but who? Ryan Garcia over there.
Because OG, they doing what's best for them. Right. Like what you just described. Canelo is running around this bitch. He doing what's best for him.
Right.
DAZN is running around this bitch. They doing what's best for them. Oscar De La Hoya is like, nah, I don't want that big fight. Nah, I don't want that big fight. We got to be loyal to DAZN. The fuck, bro?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, dog? I don't understand, bro.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That fight, it could have been made, but you wanted to pretty much put DAZN into it. You want them to have a slice of the pie, right? Or or like I said, you could have given a piece of your pie. But, the fight could have been made. But now he said, and I quote and unquote, that, look, we must have DAZN involved in this negotiations. And Steven Wilson knows something, and I'm ad-libbing. The hell we do.
Yeah, what? Man, crazy.
For real.
They're like telling Al Heyman. They're like, man, can you imagine? Like, man, come on, bro. That's like somebody telling Anthony Joshua and shit. Anthony Joshua, one of the biggest names at heavyweight. He trying to make a fight. He trying to make a fight with like Frank Sanchez or some shit, and then Showtime come back and be like, nah, we got to be a part of this shit. But people gonna be like, bro, Anthony Joshua's way bigger than Frank Sanchez, and they making the offer, they paying for the shit. So if he really want to fight, he got to take his ass over to the zone. It's the same goddamn concept, bro. Yeah. If you want to fight Tank, if you want to fight Earl, you got to go see them over where they fight at, bro. You got to go see them on Showtime, or you don't really want to fight. Because no one has done business like that in the history of boxing, bro. That just don't happen. The joint pay-per-view shit is for when you got two big-ass stars that have both proven track records. That is not the case in this fight, man. So it's just, it is what it is, man. We talked a little bit about Earl and Bud. What you said, the fight's supposed to be done. What's the update they trying to give us right now, OG, on the fight?
Well, they are saying, and shout out to my man Ricky Williams. Okay, he was in the chat.
What up, Rick?
Yeah, and he was in my chat, and he was saying, y'all don't have to believe me, but the fight is done, and they're looking towards like Thanksgiving or a little bit afterwards. Now, like you said, you don't have to believe him, but he's saying that it's done. Now, a lot of people went into Blue Blood Sports TV chat, and shout out to Blue Blood. He put a video out on that this morning. And he said, listen, a lot of people don't care about Thanksgiving, but a lot of people do. And Thanksgiving is a holiday, and people get that, Black Friday, things like that. Now, Egan said he heard November the 28th. Okay, well, it might be. It might be. It might be in November. But this is the point I'm trying to make. They're saying the fight is done. Now, Keon, shout out to Keon. Everything Boxing. He said this a long time ago that this fight has been done. Now, I don't know what's the hold up about the announcement, and that's why I'm not talking about it, because until I hear something out of their mouths, Derrick James' mouth, even Bo McIntyre mouth, then that's when I'm gonna go ahead on. We're gonna go ahead and break this fight down. All right. But until then, I'm just going to sit back and see what happens. But right now, these guys are serious. Ricky Williams is not the type of guy that would troll. He's not the type of guy that would sit out there and just put out false narratives and false information. So, you got to take what he said as a grain of salt. All right. So, but it is what it is, but that's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm hearing. Now, of course, someone just said in the chat, Edgar Chavez, my guy, he said he heard the 26th. Yes, that's what I'm saying. November, I wrote it down, November 26th. And that's
the day after. That's 2 days after Thanksgiving, man.
Right. And that's on a Saturday, I believe, right?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
So that's when the date is supposed to take place. That's when the fight is supposed to take place. So there you go. Now, how true it is, we'll find out. And we'll find out real soon. Because we're in September right now. So you're going to have to make an announcement real soon. All right? Because everybody got to prepare.
You got to prepare for that. Yeah. It's just, it's one of those things where it's good and bad, OG. If it's true, right? Here's the bad part about it, right? The bad part is the live gate numbers and shit probably not gonna be the best, right? Because you got Thanksgiving, people traveling for Thanksgiving, that's an important day. But the pay-per-view numbers though, the pay-per-view numbers could really help pay-per-view sales, because that Saturday and Thanksgiving, everybody at home, everybody at chilling. You have your Thanksgiving food, and everybody shopping on Friday. And then everybody chilling on Saturday before they have to start getting ready to get back to their normal lives and shit. And so it'll be more people at home, more people, chilling. So the pay-per-view might be booming around the country, like to where they they sell more than what people think that they're going to sell. So it's one of those things, man, where like, I think they're really putting a premium on trying to make this as good as possible. And then what do people do? Thanksgiving, that Thursday is football. That Friday is shopping. Sunday, you probably watching more football. But Saturday, people looking for something to watch, shit to do. And we usually just sit around. I know for my family, we sitting around on Saturday shit, just watching movies and shit. But you give us a pay-per-view fight, that shit getting ordered, bro. You get like a fight like this.
Oh, yes.
Everybody watching that shit. So you know, people gonna start planning more fight parties and shit. Like, hey, we got Thanksgiving, then we got the fight party. So I think it's kind of one of those things where whoever can get to the fight, it still might do pretty good numbers, but having it around that time might actually help the pay-per-view sales if you look at it from a standpoint of everybody's with family, everybody's hanging out around the house, chilling with family, you know, getting ready to have their last day before everybody start going home on Sunday and shit, and they might just order the fight, bro. You know what I mean? So it's a good and bad to me. I think as long as the fight happened, OG, I honestly at this point, I don't give a damn if it's on Christmas Day. I don't care if it's on New Year. OG, I just want to see the fight, man.
Right.
I just want to see the fight, bro. I don't care. Like at this point, whatever, man. I don't care about their business practices. I don't care if it flops at the goddamn live gate. I don't care if they only sell 200,000 pay-per-views. Guess what? I'm gonna be one of them hoes, and I want to watch it. So I don't care. Just announce the fight and let me watch that shit, man. That's all I want, bro.
Right. And I want to say a shout out to Mr. Mott in that super chat, baby. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. All right.
Mr. Mott, what up,
service. All right. Thank you for your service for the country, my brother. All right. Now,
yes, sir.
I was kind of like, I'm kind of stuck in the dilemma, right? I would love to call that fight. I would love it. But then again, I could get some press credentials from Samson and Ugas. Okay. Now I'm kind of like, oh man, you know, but I would like to be there in person to see it, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, and that's a holiday, and so I don't know. You know, I'm just kind of in a dilemma right now about that. So that's
man, look, if you go to that fight,
if that's true, all right.
Yeah, if that's true, if you go to that fight, man, and they let you get to answer questions and shit, they ain't never gonna invite your ass back.
Well, yeah, that too.
They gonna be like he too real. His questions are too hard.
Yeah,
his questions are too hard.
I'm gonna jump in there too.
You fuck around, see Tank Davis at that fight. Well, Tank, the people want to know, man. When are you gonna fight somebody, man? Like you ain't been fighting nobody. Everybody mad at you.
Right.
When you gonna fight somebody, Tank?
I'm gonna keep it real. That might be my first and last.
Fuck around, see Ryan Garcia at the fight. Hey man, you know, man, you know you've been lying a lot, man. You lie a lot. You pull out of fights and stuff, man. And people don't really trust your word, man. And who made that flyer that you put of you and Manny Pacquiao, man? Why you lie about that, Ryan? What's going on with you, man? Do you really want to fight? Like what's going on? They're gonna be like, who is this guy? And who gave him a press pass?
Man, they gonna be there, man. Don't ever get him a pass ever again, man. They carry my ass out of there.
Al gonna call Samson directly. You told me to get this guy a press pass. Every fighter's upset with him. I've gotten calls from every fighter on our roster that was at the fight saying that he was asking difficult questions. KQ, like, I just want to know the truth.
Yeah. You know, and
then they try to
don't let me see Lopez. I thought you could fight him. You almost died, right?
Yeah. Hey man, what happened to your throat? You said you had a
I don't see shit there, right?
You said you had a messed up esophagus. What's going on? And then one of them trying to oh shit, yeah, Edgar say don't let Bomac see you.
Oh man, yes sir. I'm gonna say, man, listen, dude, listen. It don't make you a great fighter because you got one good fighter. All right. Then man, who is this dude? Well, take my phone like you took somebody else's phone, right?
Hey, you asking weird ass questions. Hey Bomac, what how many calories would you say you eat per day? How many meals have you had today, Bomac? When you go to McDonald's, can you tell the people when you go to McDonald's, what is your go-to order, Bomac? What do you eat? Like,
you know that
I don't get this guy the hell up out of here, man.
Man, you know, but you know, so I'm caught in the middle. You know, I know I could get press passes right now from Ronnie Shields, or you know, he even offered one time in Texas.
Yeah.
You know, but I just didn't have the time or the finances to go do that, you know. But this fight, I'm kind of caught. I would like to call it, you know, for everybody at home and everything, because I know it's gonna be upwards, maybe about $100, $99.99, you know, something like that, you know. So, you know, but then again, when you go to places like that, you know, credentials, they only pay you for your hotel. Now they kind of like tighten up, and it costs a lot to fly from the Midwest all the way to the West Coast. So that's a nice.
I'm gonna say selfishly, OG, very selfishly, and I'm being selfish with this. Me personally, I want the fight call because I don't be having my volume up. Y'all don't see me in the chat all the time, but when I watch the fights, I turn on the fight. I put my YouTube on. I just listen to KQKC. So I would love to have the fight called, but you do whatever is best for you. But I'm sure I speak for a lot of the followers and subscribers that we love the fight calls. we love to hear you call the fight. But if you get that opportunity, man, you got to take it, in my opinion. But for us, we gonna miss you if you go, because we love them fight calls every Saturday night, man. We look forward to it, man.
Right. So yeah, but like I said, I can go to any fight. It's just this particular fight, I just would like to be there, but we waited this long, and now, and this is the problem with this fight, everybody. Just yesterday, just 2 days ago, we had this discussion about a lot of people. Regis Prograis, he came out. He said, "Listen, how long they gonna let this fight marinate? If it's marinating." And Regis Prograis said, "Look, this is too long. Everybody losing interest now. Everybody pretty much is like, oh, I could take it or leave it. It's no big deal, And that is what I didn't want. That is what a lot of people didn't want. I
think they know. I think they know, OG. I think they know, and I believe this. People are saying that, but the moment it get announced, your attitude gonna change as soon as it get announced. So I think they know that.
Okay.
And that's what I think too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think people are just saying shit like that because we just tired of talking about it with no new, you know what I'm saying? No new spark, no new lifeblood. We just talking about the same shit over and over again. Like we literally looking at these dudes' Twitter feeds and be like, oh shit, man, Terrence Crawford said this, and it ain't got shit to do with boxing. We just try to find a way to tie it in, and why he ain't talking about this. What did he mean when he said this? But the moment that it get announced, everybody's attitude gonna change because now we know we got the fight and we know we got it coming. That's just my opinion, man.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, Dante Hall. Yes, sir. OJ, great on the fight call. Had me feeling like I am watching an old school fight, the way he called the fight. Hey, I appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, big facts.
Yes, sir.
Big facts, man.
Appreciate that. So, you got anything? Excuse me. You got anything else on knockout?
No, man. I'm good, man. I'm ready to, watch these Cowboys start this road to the Super Bowl tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Get some good food, but I ain't got nothing else, man. It's been a great show. As far as my last words, I would just say, OG, thank you so much, man, for calling me last year, a long time ago, and starting this show up with me, man. It's been great. We doing our thing. Thanks to all the people that support the show. Y'all smash the like button on your way out, and we got 3 debates coming to y'all this week. Since we had to miss this Thursday because of my internet went out, we rescheduled that debate very quickly for you guys. So we got a debate Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night this week. So y'all be sure to tune in. All those shows will start at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, with the debate starting shortly thereafter. Tuesday night, we got the Michaela Mayer and Alicia Bumgardner debate. And then Wednesday night, we got an Earl Spence Terrence Crawford debate. I know people, but I'm gonna body something. Somebody called me out, so I gotta make it happen. And do my thing on Wednesday night. Then Thursday night, we got the Demetrius Andrade Janabek debate. So we'll be live 3 times this week to make it up to you guys. Since we weren't able to go live this past Thursday. But everybody, man, hit the like button, watch boxing, check out the daily content that we got dropping to the channel every single day. And OG, I appreciate you as always, man.
Hey, I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody that came in here today. We had over 130 people here that I saw, and I thank you all for coming in. And also, don't forget, we got Canelo Alvarez and we got Triple G. Okay. So don't forget about that. And don't forget about the TKO debate series. All right. That debate is going to be on fire all 3 nights. All right. He's going 3 nights this week. So, and I think it's a good thing he's doing. I think his channel is doing great. And it's a reason why I say, hey, man, look, this guy, he's younger than me. He's more knowledgeable about boxing than I am, because I'm kind of old school and things have changed, just like basketball, NBA. You know, a lot of people didn't know this, but in the NBA, they were talking about a 4-point line. A lot of people didn't understand that. They was talking about a 4-point line. The 3-point, they was going to move it closer like college, and they're going to have a 4-point line. Then they pretty much scratched it. But see, things like that, you learn from younger guys like knockout boxing. You know, things that's newer in the sport of boxing that I might not know that he knows. And that's a good match. That's a good match where you got an old school and a new school guy. You know, so and I thought that would be great. So with that, I am the singing OG KQKC. I come on Monday through Friday. It's 11 a.m. Yes, sir, to 1 o'clock p.m. And I will be live Saturday night. I will be calling the Canelo Alvarez and the Gennady Golovkin fight. All right, so be there or be square, baby. And with that, that's all I have. And thank you for attending the morning after show. All right. And with that, that's all I have, Knockout. All right.
All right, y'all. Take it easy. Peace out,
right.
OG.
All right. Peace out. All right. Bam.